We think that traditional scheduling is better than block scheduling. Here's why.
My name is Julie O'Brien and I'm an English teacher at South High.
So, for purposes of education, do you think that block or traditional schedule is the better option?
I think that traditional schedule is the better option because block scheduling, there's too much time in between, and students are either forced to learn a lot of material in large chunks on their own, or the class is then taken up because kids can't sit that long. It's taken up with just kids doing homework. And I think there needs to be a balance, and I kind of like having the kids learn it, digest it, be able to take it home, and then come back the next day and practice it again without a gap.
I think there are ups and downs to both block scheduling and traditional scheduling. I think with traditional schedule, when you fit 6 classes into one day, it kind of helps kids with the restlessness that comes from sitting in one place for too long. I think a lot of kids have issues with wanting to get up and move around and not just sit there for 2 hours. So I think that's an up to traditional scheduling.
Right. So for education purposes, do you think that block schedule or traditional schedule is better?
I think it's kind of a different thing for different subjects, actually. I think for a subject like math, for example, it can be difficult for students to focus on equations and numbers for 2 hours on end. But for subjects like English, there could be a different mindset, so the kids can be easier for them to deal with for 2 hours.
So overall, do you feel that block or traditional schedule is better?
I have to say, overall, I am not a big fan of block schedule. That's from my own personal experience, only because it just depends on the classes that you have, and it depends on what period that day the block schedule lands on. For example, this year my 246 classes were great. It was my ELD and my AP classes, and so having the longer period to do more substantial lessons was awesome and more meaningful, I think, to the kids. But the odd block, for, again, my own personal experience, was really difficult because it was my workshop and literacy skills classes. So when you have a group of kids who maybe aren't the most studious kids all in one room for that long of a period, it's really hard to contain them. So again, overall, I'm not a big fan of block schedule.
Which form do you feel is better for education, block or traditional schedule?
I think traditional scheduling, for a couple of good reasons. For one, the classes are only an hour long. It's much easier to pay attention and be attentive for an hour than it is for 2 hours or more. I took a lot of classes that lasted an hour, and I took some, particularly in college, that lasted 3 hours. 3 hours is a long time. Secondly, nobody likes to sit still for that long, young or old, and getting an opportunity to get up and move around every hour is a good thing. And the distance between classes is probably just about the right amount of exercise to get your juices flowing and ready for the next class. And third, everybody knows that today's kids have short attention spans, much shorter than they did in my day, so they couldn't stay to pull together for 2 hours anyway and get any information. So based on that alone, traditional scheduling, I think, is the way to go.
All right. And this is why we feel that traditional scheduling is better for education than block scheduling. Goodbye.